broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hold on, let it ride.
You guys, you're about to hear greatness.
Greatness.
There it is. This is greatness. Let the F word fly. You guys, this is what it sounds like when you lose $1 million in the music industry. When you spend $1 million in the music industry without any sort of regard for spending or money or other people's feelings, this is what it sounds like.
We're gonna start right there. Welcome to AfterBuzz. My name is Danny Hoyt. You are listening to the Bachelor AfterBuzz recap show right here on AfterBuzz TV. But it's not just me here. Sadly, we are down Kathy Kelly, but we've tried to bring in some replacements who I think you guys will enjoy a lot.
And this is a sort of strange melded baby between two different podcasts.
Yeah.
We have a podcast called The Most Dramatic Podcast in Bachelor History.
This can be called the most dramatic AfterBuzz Bachelor After Show in dramatic history.
And the good news about that, it's very short, and so we think it's a name that
TMPDITAFASAT.
So it's gonna stick.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us. My name is Jensen Karp.
My name is Melissa Stetten.
That's Melissa Stetten.
And to my right,
I
as
just
always,
tweeted about it.
Thank you.
I'm Brooks Forrester.
So there's all the voices. Now you have it down. We're going to cover some Bachelor stuff. We're going to do some fun bits. We're going to intermix some of your guys' show into our show. And then have some fun.
It's a real collaboration.
It is. We're collaborating.
This is the definition of collaboration.
This is what, when they talk about North Hollywood, it's about Hollywood collaboration.
I think the title should be AfterBuzz features Hot Carl.
I could take it.
Featuring Melissa Staten.
So let's just do this so everybody knows.
Is that your rapper name?
Hot Carl is you. You are Hot Carl.
I was Hot Carl.
You still? I just heard you. That was recent.
Here's the thing. I have a book coming out June 7th. It's called Kanye West Owes Me $300.
Which is a true story.
Because he does. And so it's about my story from 19 to about 22 years old, where I was a professional rapper and I got a $1 million record deal to record with Kanye and the Black Eyed Peas and Maya and Fabulous, and it ended in a
Fabulous.
it ended in a big train wreck.
Did it end? Did the $6? Is that too long of a story to get into?
The $300?
Yeah, of how he owes you the $300.
It's so simple. It's a rental car.
Get out.
Yeah.
What kind of car was it? Even a good one?
No, it was like a town car. No, it was like a town car rental. Yeah.
Like a 75 Lincoln Continental with
it was the middle of the night, but I got to pick a classic car, which was it was like a dumb, stupid town car. No, I didn't get to pick a Dr. Dre 64 Impala. No.
Yeah. Well,
So Kanye West. So that's coming out June 7th.
Yes.
With that, some new songs.
Some new songs
One
I'll
of
release.
which we just heard.
Yeah, that's the first time I've rapped in about 10 years.
And with Nova Rockefeller. You found on YouTube.
I did. These things all happen.
So all these things you're hearing, by the way, we're setting the stage before we get into the episodes. You guys know who's talking, who's listening, what's going on, backstory, everything.
And a lot of our podcasts, just so you know ahead of time, there's a lot of reoccurring jokes. Like some you won't, we can explain them to you.
Give us brief explanations.
Well, our question for Brooks is very important. So people who are listening to our show have to understand that Brooks is a former contestant on the show. You are technically our first ever
person from Bachelor Nation.
Don't let him get his head. He'll get a big head real quick.
Like, we've been dreaming about this moment for
years. When we started the podcast, we said if we get at least one Bachelor Nation person. We've had many people who went on to do the after show.
Right.
Oh, really?
A lot of comedians who've done the after show, but never someone from the show.
Now that's what we need to get, because I don't think we've had a comedian.
Well, then my question: are you bummed he cut his hair? Would you rather have long hair, Brooks?
No, I like short hair Brooks.
Short hair Brooks?
Short hair better.
I miss the hair.
Yeah.
And that's what makes our show so great. Two different opinions.
Two different opinions. There we go.
But we have a question for you just right off the bat.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Q's in Brentwood? The bar?
No.
You've never been there?
No.
Don't lie.
Damn, I wish I had.
Don't lie, Leah.
Well, because I have a theory that all former
This debunks our whole theory.
We think that you guys all hang out at Q's in Brentwood.
I didn't even know it was a place.
Well, it's a bar.
Well, listen.
Wait, is there a bar where you all hang out?
No, I'm
There's
like,
not a bachelor bar.
You swear to God.
I'm not cool,
Then how does
guys.
everyone? But how does everyone know each other when they get to the thing?
Yeah, how does that happen? Where do you guys hang out? Where do you mingle? What
Now you could be part of our show because this is all we talk about.
Is there a secret Facebook for Bachelor, like Bachelor book?
Great question, Melissa. Great question.
There might be.
And you don't think you're in on it? Like, you don't think you're cool?
He wouldn't tell us. He'd have to kill us.
No, the thing is like there's a Bachelor hierarchy, and it's like.
Oh my God, I'm taking notes.
Where are you at on the hierarchy?
Dude, I'm
Draw
so
us a
far.
map.
Like, if
you're
this
also
is China, and that's where all the
like
people
milk and
are.
potatoes
I'm
and
in like,
I don't know where
Costa
you're going with
Rica.
that, but
Wait, I have a
pretty
question.
far.
You're also explaining Scientology.
Yeah.
That's also how Scientology works. So are you saying? Stick with me here. You're saying that there are cool kids.
Yes, there's a cool kids table,
And
and this
are the
here's.
cool kids the most recent?
Yeah.
No,
Is
it's
it like
not always
15
like
and
that.
on?
No, like watch. There's like Michelle Money, for example.
Oh yeah.
She's in,
yeah.
We just lost power.
No, we're
for a
here,
second
we're here.
there.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, so she's in like the hierarchy, and you can tell there's the Bachelor at 20 is coming up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Watch who's in the first 2 rows. That's the Bachelor hierarchy.
Andy.
And those are people that are
Andy's
either
always.
in with Chris Harrison
Right.
or
novelist Chris Harrison. We call him on the show. Yeah.
Why do you call him novelist?
He's a bestseller. He's a New York Times bestseller.
Is this one of the inside jokes?
Yeah. Novelist
Okay,
Chris
okay,
Harrison.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how that cookie crumbles.
Good to know. Well, we're gonna work together to probably try to get you higher on the hierarchy.
Yes, let's
So,
do it. I've been
eventually-
trying.
Yeah, let's
This
raise
whatever
your vector
wedding
score.
came up, I didn't get invited.
Yeah, why weren't you there? That was everyone.
weren't
You should have
invited.
been. Your
You
dimple
know?
should have been at that party.
More importantly, your
Yeah.
dimple should have been in that fucking McDonald's commercial.
My hair.
Sorry for the F word.
Sorry,
Yeah.
because I'm very passionate about this. Do you know about the
I
McDonald's
didn't
commercial?
see the McDonald's commercial. Bring me to speed because I wasn't here last
Well,
week.
your ex-girlfriend was in it.
She was.
She was.
She was sitting in a booth.
Yeah, in a booth
with none other than Ronald McDonald. No, I'm just kidding. With Chris,
with the purple
God,
guy.
Chris Siegfried was.
the purple guy.
What's the McDonald's?
Grimace, thank you.
Thank
Grimace.
I just talked to you, Chris Siegfried, and you didn't even tell me about the McDonald's.
Wait, did you
commercial.
talk to him at
This
Q's
was
in
like
Brentwood? Where'd you
4
talk to him?
days ago.
Was it a
Yeah,
kiss?
yeah.
Was it a
Where'd you talk to him? On the phone?
Over the phone, yeah.
Do you regret a lot of decisions you've made?
Yeah,
in life?
calling Chris.
Wait, question. Are you on a group text with other contestants?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
All right, so let's do this. Let's
How
start
much money
recapping
do I
the
have
show.
to pay?
Let's start recapping the show
right.
so we get in a little bit.
Sorry,
so people
sorry.
wanna hear it. No, this is good.
All right.
Let's do this. So Kathy, by the way, is off to her new job. If you guys follow
Goodbye,
her, you can see where that
Kathy.
is.
Bye,
I was
Kathy.
gone last week. I had to miss her last show, which I'm very saddened about. For those of you that are listening from your guys' podcast, Kathy was a longtime panelist. She got me on the show. So we love you, Kathy.
And now she's at doing another job.
She's doing big things. Yeah, I don't know if we can officially say what it is, but she's doing big things.
I think we can. Can we not?
Well, she retweeted. I don't know. She's doing
I don't
some.
know.
some
You guys,
big
she joined
stuff.
ISIS, so it's hard for us to decide if we can admit that or not.
Okay, so let's do this. Right off the top of the show,
button.
they left us with a TBC, and we open with this Olivia drama.
Yeah.
Not very dramatic.
Did you guys know right away, like, this episode was going to end without her?
No, but I knew that the opening cliffhanger. I'm a Bachelor historian, something I need to set up top. You always know cliffhangers will not end the way you want it.
Right.
So that's a Bachelor trope, is the idea that there was no way that the first snitch, never works.
Now, can you explain that when you let me
Yeah,
unpack
she's
this?
very
Let me
easy.
unpack
Stitches.
this.
Very
First
easy.
of all, trope.
Yeah.
Explain trope.
Just something that happens, an occurrence that happens almost every season. It's something you could predict about to happen. It's a very common thing that happens on the show.
Now,
Okay.
you're not just a self-proclaimed historian.
I've
you
watched
actually
every
are a
single-
bachelor. You've never missed an episode.
OCD.
I
He's seen
hate
every
saying that.
episode.
Crazy.
I hate saying that because I do think I've missed an episode here or there, but I have
Yes.
seen everything. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen everything.
you went back in Hulu.
Since the
on Tuesday.
beginning.
Yeah, to Hulu.
Wow.
And so I will say that it always is the first person who calls out another girl. So like, oh, this girl's not good for you, but that girl always loses.
It's a death
Right.
sentence.
So
It's a death
tonight,
sentence.
that was Emily.
It always happens. But then it ends up in this episode. It's a little different because the bookend is it paid off, which we'll get to.
Okay,
Which,
okay.
okay.
So
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I didn't see that coming. That part, no.
Okay, gotcha. So we go to the rose ceremony. Kayla, Lauren B, JoJo, Becca, Leah, Emily. Going home, Jennifer, which, by the way, we all looked at each other while
And
we're
said,
screening, and we're like, who?
Yeah, we're still in the who
no
is that?
idea.
No, you guys all did who, and I was like, what?
Entrepreneur from St.
I like St. Lauderdale. That's a far off place over where Brooks was talking about. She said her quote was, "He doesn't know who I am," and we all then looked at each other and go, "Neither do we."
Yeah, I have no idea. And also, I do think at this point in The Bachelor, your only real failure is if you don't stand out enough to go on to Paradise.
Yeah,
totally.
And she's definitely
she knew. She knew. She's like, "I'm leaving. You guys don't need my number." Like she knew.
You'll never see me again.
She knew. Yeah, that was
no one's retweeting my tweets.
No.
Yeah. So and then we're off to the Bahamas.
But again, not to bring up your season, Brooks, but I will. You had a target on your back because you were kind of the golden child of that season. Like the way that Lauren is this season, like he's in love with her. Like that target on the back thing. It's another trope, not to bring up the word, but like, is that a good place to be in, or do you think that that's a tough place to be in?
I think it's a great place to be in because then you get to be more confident through like, okay, let me put it in these terms. Like, I understood early on that what my role was based on how the producers treated me and how they treated other guys on the show.
What do you mean? Like you watched them treat them not as nice as you?
So no, it just treated them like, okay, they're gonna have to make time with Des. They set up time for me and Des.
No.
Like I knew, that's gotta mean something. You know what I mean? Every time they either have something set up for us or they'll pull me back and pull me in an interview when drama is happening. And so I started to cue into those things. And so I knew, okay, I know either that's a reflection of their interest in me or her interest, and either or those are both good things for me.
Was it also a tip-off where your name was in the rose ceremonies?
No.
Okay.
Because they cut it differently.
So when you watched back, you were like, no, that night I was first. And you watch it back and you were like 7th.
And they're just they have a line of cameras, right? Like maybe 8 cameras
for reaction shots.
Just straight reaction shots.
Each person.
And so those reaction shots are obviously never the same, but
they get flipped.
For sure.
I get that.
Pulling the curtain back.
Yep. So, seeing how meat's made.
Yeah.
So we're off to the Bahamas. Chris says we got a 1-on-1, a group date, a 2-on-1. First 1-on-1, Kayla. Card says, let's see if our love is real with a punny on real.
Her second 1-on-1.
And Jennifer, did you say Jennifer went home?
And Jennifer went home.
Jennifer went home.
Who we don't even know.
Yeah, we don't care about.
She's home forever.
She's gone.
Sorry, Jennifer. So Kayla, what do we think about this 1-on-1? Melissa, it was weird.
It was the second 1-on-1, and I thought that he wanted to send her home because he's like.
So you thought she was done?
I don't know, because it's weird if you go on another 1-on-1 with someone. It usually means like something's weird, or you want to get to know this person more, or let them down easily because you like them and you respect them and you want to like.
See, I look at a second 1-on-1 as like, if I'm going to take you to a second one, you are either the leader or you're done. And I don't think she's not done, but she's not the leader. I don't think she's top 4 right now.
I don't.
Yeah, we're seeing some new things in this episode.
My instinct would be to take someone. I think if I was on the show, I'd be like, well, I didn't take this girl yet, so I'll take her on the 1-on-1 But that never happens.
I'm gonna drop a theory that I.
Please
drop
That's what we're here for.
Intellectual things.
Kayla is the next Bachelorette.
Whoa, your early prediction.
Whoa.
That did, by the way,
you don't just throw that out there.
It did feel like you shot quite a load here.
You know what he said?
This is very early.
The next Bachelorette is going to be a Bachelorette of color.
Which has been said.
Which has been said.
Which has been rumored.
Yeah.
Of color.
Right.
She is?
Well, I mean...
Or is she just really tan? What is she?
No, she's part...
She's like part Japanese, part something.
Yeah.
Oh. I think chat roll's going to blow. By the way, hello to everyone on chat roll on our side on AfterBuzz that's chatting live with us, asking questions, saying hello to you
hello,
two.
friends. Hello,
and
friends.
Welcome. I think
the 1-on-1 was weird. That's what people are saying in chat roll. They agree. Was it weird?
It was... they did go deep sea fishing. Yeah. That was what it was. That's where
one of Ben's favorite activities.
Which he said, which is a lie because he's never done it. No. Clearly, it's not an activity you normally do. Yeah, it's not. Oh, deep sea fishing? Yeah. I love
Michigan?
Oh, yeah. Hand gliding? Oh, yeah, I love that. I love it.
Fish for carp?
Please, my last name. So I think with deep sea fishing, I do think it's a weird thing too, where we become obsessed with unsafe. We think it's extremely unsafe.
She kisses the fish.
That's like a real virus possibility.
Really, you're worried about the virus situation.
With the Zika, you're thinking like Zika outbreak.
Yeah, but Bahamas are doing that.
Close to the South America. I'm saying no to sushi right now, let alone kissing a live fish. You know what I mean?
You
like
had sushi yesterday.
That's a good point. But beyond that, I do think that like when they do unsafe activities, it's really where
like hot air balloons.
We love that.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what character you are, by the way.
In what?
Yeah, you would be the one talking bad about Danny.
Snitching?
You'd be the snitches that get.
And you'd be like, I swear I did not say anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
That whole sushi thing was like the whole window.
I'm a real POS, guys. Real piece of shit.
Were you spreading rumors about Danny earlier?
Yeah, I said that he kissed a live
Guys,
fish.
I was gone for 30 seconds in the bathroom.
Yeah, well, we know what you did in the bathroom.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Time enough.
All right, so Kayla drops the "I feel like I love you" at dinner. I'm gonna go straight to dinner. I feel like I love you. How do we feel about
I feel like is the new not here to make friends.
It's a little passive.
Yeah, it's non-committal.
Because
I feel like this. I feel like I have feelings for him.
But then the opposite to that is if it's like
She
I
commits.
love you, then we're like whoa overcommitment.
She's half Filipino. Daniel,
half Filipino.
thank you very much. She's half Filipino.
like that guy in the Black Eyed Peas. Hey, so here's the other thing too. One of them, Apple D App. Also, he says that he wants to see. He says he wants to see like this. Yeah, I thought this was strange. He definitely is like, I want to see the depressed side of this girl. Because he was like, she's always smiling.
Always happy,
I want to see that frown underneath it. Like, why would you? You're on TV. Like, you don't want to see like.
He did say, I like a girl that smiles.
Yeah, and he also said it's almost attractive that Kayla can be confusing. What?
Okay.
Which is what she planned on doing.
That's what I think. I think she was successful. That was a ploy in my opinion.
You think
Being
she
confusing
went
on
into
purpose?
that?
Yeah.
She realized when she said I love you, she's like,
Bring it back. Good one.
I might have gone too far over the edge.
right.
I'm gonna bring it back and start saying, well, then I've got this thing in my brain
She's right.
and I don't really know what's going on. And Ben's like,
out.
yeah, she's really intellectual. So
That's
How
right.
do you know this? Have you done this to a guy?
Is this
Yes.
insider knowledge?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just really confused right now. I just don't know what you guys are talking about. I have a lot of things on my mind that I want
see.
to tell you. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like I
yeah.
love you guys, but I'm just not sure
doesn't
what's
understand.
happening.
Works.
Yeah,
Oh my
right.
gosh.
Because you know
I'm
what?
under the shell.
She committed and then she pulled it back.
I got a question
Improv
for you
101.
then, Melissa, since we're on the topic of this date. So, do you think he would have done something? You think he would have done that to someone like Lauren B or JoJo? He would have done that, forced that same narrative?
No.
So, why do you think with
Why her?
Kayla?
I don't know. I think he's confused by her.
So, what do you
Okay.
think that says?
Well,
Carl?
he liked Jujubee. Well, we call her Jujubee.
Jujubee.
Julie. You guys
I
love
miss
Julie.
her.
We
You
guys
we
love
miss her
her.
because she was very real.
Yeah,
but
she's
he
real.
liked. I think that there was a part until she became a little withdrawn and strange, which I saw coming.
Yeah.
But I think that he liked that she had some complexity.
Yeah.
And I think that we are under the impression that he is the prototype Bachelor. Like he has watched a lot of seasons and knows what plot like.
He knows how to.
pratfalls.
He knows
to avoid the
structure,
pratfalls, right?
Yeah.
So he sees, like he didn't like send home every black girl immediately. Like he's good. He sees where the problems can be, and I think he likes deeper girls because those are not on the show much.
So you credit that to Ben and not necessarily the producers.
Correct.
Well,
Well, I
okay,
think the producers help him in
Help
it,
him a
but I
little
think
bit,
I think
He also is smart enough to know.
he's proven that he is. He's proven that he makes decisions. Like every girl, and there's like a sorority girl with pearls that is a possible first lady. He went towards girls that weren't, and he still is.
Yeah.
So I think that's just who he is.
Okay, so here's my question with Kayla. A, do we think Kayla's fake? And B, could she hold a whole show if she was the Bachelorette?
I
Because
think
people are calling her very, very fake after
I
tonight.
think she's fake because remember when she came on the show, she said,
Yes.
I saw Ben
where you're
Higgins
going
on
with this.
TV. I broke up with my boyfriend because I was so in love with him.
Yeah, what? That was
And she
She
tried to
left
make
her
it sound
boyfriend,
like a love story, but we all saw like.
I heard it as a love story. When she first told it, I was like, oh my god, then you saw him in Boston? Of course you guys should get married. I still heard it as like, that's kind of sweet.
So if you were like watching,
I would never do it. No.
So if you're watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer and you're like, man, I like Sarah Michelle Gellar so much, my girlfriend sucks. I'm going to LA to find. I'm going to LA to find Sarah Michelle Gellar.
First of all,
You know what that
Sarah
is?
Michelle Gellar.
That's a terrible Robert De Niro movie, like a scary serial killer movie.
That's a restraining order.
Yeah, that's
She's
the movie The
a
Fan.
boiler.
So
Yeah.
Kayla's a murderer.
super fan.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is. It is.
It is.
You make the joke. That's what it is.
The line between creepy and romantic again is so thin. It's so thin.
It
Like
is.
having a crush on a lead singer in a band and like going to all their shows. and,
Yeah.
Is this how you guys met?
Yeah, she was a huge Hot Carl fan.
Huge
She was
Hot
the
Carl
one. She was the one Hot Carl fan we had.
Yeah, I gotta say, everybody on chat roll that yes, Kayla is fake. People are
Yeah.
agreeing. They don't. Kayla seems immature, too young. Ange Grant, everybody's saying the same thing.
Kayla's
She's
too
got a
young. She's
Kelsey
probably as young
vibe.
as everybody else. Everyone's kind of like 24 because they have to because Ben's 26.
Well, we talk about it on the show a lot.
26.
That
26.
our show, we think that it's creepy that Olivia's 23.
Why is it creepy
Why?
that Olivia's 23?
She feels 30.
Yeah.
Because she's
she
a
does.
reporter.
I think it's the way she speaks.
She's polished. She's a very
maybe,
polished
but
woman.
she does say dumb things.
Like what?
I
Well,
like
let's get there. We'll get
Oh,
there.
okay,
We'll
we'll
get
get
there.
to we'll do
Okay,
that.
so let's move on to the group date. The group date. Lauren B, Becca. I like how they did this, by the way. They bring out the card, and we thought it was going to be the 2-on-1 announcement. It was like Lauren B, Becca, and a dramatic pause.
Yeah, and that was the
yeah.
third.
and then it was Amanda, JoJo, Lauren H, and Leah.
Yeah.
This was kind of a weird date. The pigs were funny though.
Yeah, I like
It's a thing.
Yeah.
We laughed really hard about the part where he's like, we're gonna swim with pigs. I thought he said we're gonna smoke some pigs, like a luau.
Smoke some pigs,
We're gonna smoke some pigs, feed some pigs. I have hot dogs without a beat. He says
Yeah,
this.
he
He didn't put a
Feeding
comma in
pigs
his.
hot dogs.
Yeah, sorry, they're feeding pigs.
They're eating themselves.
Pigs.
Well, and 5% human,
he did. He did
which
say,
you all know,
Don't
right?
never forget.
did
You know that.
say-
Never forget that.
Never.
That hot dogs are 5% human?
You guys
didn't hear.
never forget this.
No,
Never forget it.
I don't believe it.
If you
Haven't
guys,
had a hot dog
Dodger
since.
dogs 5%.
Hit your
Haven't
phone,
had
man.
one
Okay.
Google human percentage in hot dogs.
stop it. I
You
don't
guys-
believe
Haven't
Siri,
had
what's the
one since.
I haven't had one
percentage
since,
of
and I-
hot
and I
dogs?
love hot
Damn it,
dogs.
that's not what I meant.
What?
Go ahead.
No way.
Siri, what is the percentage of human meat in hot dogs?
Human DNA, but sure.
Oh, so it's got to be specific to DNA?
Human
Hold on.
meat.
Let me
on.
show you.
Pause.
Human meat.
Pause for
What did
verification,
you want me
please.
to ask, Melissa?
By the way, human meat was my nickname in high school. Hold on. Human DNA and hot dogs. Here we go. All right. I'm bringing it up. This is a report in USA Today. This is not
Stop. What
snow.
year?
This was a few months ago.
This is a few months ago.
You are into intellectual things.
Hot dogs are considered
Just
one
like
of America's
Olivia.
foods.
His jam.
Here we go. Okay. Clear Food analyzed 345 hot dogs and sausages from 75 different brands sold at 10 retailers and found 14% had substitution issues, right? So let's get to the percentages as human. Hold
gonna
on.
ruin lives.
10% of vegetarian products contain meat. That's terrifying.
That is terrifying.
Okay.
To vegetarians.
Samples showed beef, turkey, and lamb were found in products that were not supposed to have those ingredients. And then I'm getting to the
Get
humans.
on with it,
Get to the
huh?
humans.
Tell me when you
Get
do it.
on with
I'm gonna
it.
Hold on.
Snapchat it.
I gotta find.
Jeez.
There are a number of hot dogs.
La,
Hold on.
Hot dog.
All right, keep going. I'll
Human
find
DNA.
the
They
human
were
DNA.
chicken hot dogs, according to someone on the
Oh.
chat roll, which...
Does that make it worse or better?
I don't know. So then you're feeding pigs chickens.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
The online food guide, which uses technology to examine foods by ingredients, found DNA in 2% of their samples.
Boom! Under pressure.
2/3 of the human DNA samples were vegetarian.
That's really weird. All right.
2% of hot dogs have humans,
Veggie
guys.
dogs are out,
Check
too.
out BuzzFeed TV. We have 100 shows a night. Check it out, guys.
So
Check
also,
it out.
oh, by the way, also on this group date, we get to see the famous tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
You guys
so
have been talking about this tattoo
we
for
talk
some
about it
time
a lot,
now.
but you gave us new information.
Yeah.
You should tell us.
Yeah, go ahead, Danny.
So
that was
Proverbs 16:3 or 4,
Mm-hmm.
but he gets the 4 covered with a cross. So originally he gets a tattoo of a Bible verse. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. Now Ben has said in an interview,
you. Except for the tattoo being...
it was
right.
originally printed with a mistake when it said Proverbs 16:34.
That's so
Instead,
ironic.
he went back and had the 4 covered with a cross.
Pretty easy to afford a cross.
It
It
does work.
says,
See that,
like,
yeah.
commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans
will
will...
succeed, except for your tattoo.
Man.
It's a Dr.
Wow,
Seuss rhyme.
weird.
Do you think that the tattoo artist was like, got some plans for you?
That's so
And like
ridiculous.
purposely did it?
Yeah, that stinks.
That's what I think, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
But one thing I did love about the group date, I will say this: JoJo asked some great questions. I feel like you guys noticed this too. She was asking him some real questions.
JoJo moved up in my bank. She's higher on my hierarchy. She can go to Q's in Brentwood. I feel like she's higher up in the chain.
Well, because she responded with a question.
She was being very
She was
real.
she was getting hammered.
What was
with
it?
some,
What do you think the best
odd
question she
questions.
asked to us? I mean, what did she uncover that we didn't know, needed to know, wanted to know?
For me, it's just realism. So like my whole thing with the show is when someone breaks the
Reality.
exactly. When someone breaks the tradition of the show, like Jujubee did so many
Yeah.
times on the show.
Yeah.
But like she was saying, like, yeah, these dates are painful. Like I don't like these group dates because they hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
those kind of things to me stand out on the show because we're supposed to allow them to be these robots. Like when they cry and tell them they love them after 2 months, it's like, no,
Yeah,
that's
that's never really said. Like on group dates, it's like even Ben when he said he's like I'm trying to please all these women. It's like it's never really said. It's more like
And when it's said, I think it's important. There's something weirdly important about it, which is like, they never would let the line like, this is hard for me because I'm a woman of color, which
Yeah.
is clearly said in many interviews because that's something you would say as a human being if you were black on the show, which is, I don't even know if he likes black girls. That's a question I'm sure that's said by everyone because it's not like they go, and not like when they come on and he meets them in limo, he goes, "This is great. I love black girls." Like he doesn't say, they don't know anything, and that's a certain preference that they should know. And so like those kind of things don't get said on the show when you know they're said in the interviews and they're just edited out.
Right.
Yeah, so like when someone says, "Yeah,"
and it's said in real life.
Exactly. All
Just
the
by
time.
asking,
All the time, because that's a common question. So like when you say like, why is it so awkward? Why is everyone so awkward? Because you're dating 7 of us at the same time.
Yeah.
Like that kind of answer.
It's an easy.
It's easy to say. It's easy. It's easy. It's what all of us would say.
Well, and I felt that he was addressing that conversation with JoJo, and you basically said it. He goes, "You know how it is. You know better than anybody how difficult these group dates are, and you know better than anybody."
Why would she?
Why would she know that?
Why would she know that?
She polygamist? I missed that detail about her.
Yeah.
So, like, why would she know that? And also, there's been girls on the show that have been on Bachelor before, so they would know it better than she does.
Becca should know better than anybody.
And here's the thing: what's weird? I didn't see a lot of Becca in this group date, except for she was getting attacked by pigs, which actually was really funny to watch them try to.
Pretty good.
I would freak out with pigs
Me
swimming and
too.
freaking out at me like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't see a lot of Becca. We saw a lot of Leah, and then we see Leah go to Ben and basically
She's a
say
snitch.
she snitches.
Oh, sorry. I gotta go back to the pig. Sorry. Too bad there was no pun seeing a pig in a blanket.
Oh, that's great. Emmanuel Dominguez.
Gotta give you a shout out
on
for
the
that, because
shower.
that was good.
Wait, didn't someone make a joke about a city? There was. I think you may have missed it because you guys were talking, but she was like, and can the chat help us here with this?
Yeah.
Someone was like, it was like a bar in Dallas. So many pigs running around.
That was JoJo, because she.
Why add a Dallas dig? What does the Bachelor have against Dallas?
To clean up those
Dallas.
peanuts
What
that
did
they throw
Dallas
on the
do to
ground. I
her?
guess, or something.
I don't know. It's such a Dallas diss, though.
Maybe it was a producer that fed it to her. As
Yeah.
a bone
Yeah,
to pick.
JoJo, explain yourself on Twitter.
Yeah, why did you not like Dallas?
Wait, she's from Dallas. Area,
Yep,
or area,
maybe. I mean,
right?
Pigs. Oh, she's talking about like dudes.
Well, I think
Somebody said Bay of Pigs.
I think that's
Because that's what it's called,
the
right?
what it's
reference.
called.
Yeah.
So
The
One of them
Exuma.
got it, but-
You can go to the Bahamas and say, I want to go to the Bay of Pigs.
Well, I want to go to
Yeah.
the pigs thing. Yeah.
I always thought that was something that related to Cuba.
No, the Bay of Pigs. Hold on, guys. I don't mean to be a
There's
history
two
major.
different-
That's
We-
not the Bay of Pigs.
Are we?
They might call that the Bay of Pigs because there's pigs there. The revolution of the Bay of Pigs is not in the Bahamas,
that's a
guys.
separate
We get
thing.
Yeah.
I'm into intellectual
Guys, I know
things.
this isn't the History Channel AfterBuzz after show, but let's just say that there's pigs there and it's an ocean, and we'll call it the Bay
Like
of
that
Pigs for them.
sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yes,
History
JoJo
class.
is from Dallas. Thank you, Tandria Nguyen.
Thank you.
JoJo is from
Thanks,
Dallas. She's from
Tandria.
Uptown Dallas, according to
Oh,
Mackenzie
Uptown.
Taylor.
Right.
No, don't.
And people are also saying Brooks needs to come back and be the Bachelor once.
That'd be great.
I want to talk about this
Once.
Leah situation. Leah snitching. Snitches get stitches.
Always.
Melissa, what do we do with this? Like, do we write her off? Is Leah automatically done now that she's done this for you?
I think she was just feeling really low, and her self-esteem was low, so she had to like grab onto anything. And
But
was
she
like,
went the angle of saying the girl you're pursuing is not the right girl. Like, she went at her, not just that that Lauren does this in the house and whatever, but she like said she's not right
That's
for
what
you.
happens when girls get insecure on the show. They like attack other girls, like Olivia,
Yeah.
who says she's so confident, blah 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 blah. But no, she's very insecure and saying anything she can. Like, oh no, the girls are lying. I'm great.
See, here's what I don't get. Bench Boys just says on chat roll, cut Leah some slack. What she did was disrespectful and rude, but she was obviously hurting, which doesn't justify it for me. It doesn't justify what she did, but you can't judge her just on this.
She can hurt and talk about how she's hurt, but when
Sure.
she talks about other girls in the house, it's
Yeah.
like no guy wants to hear that.
And Ben
said that.
like, kudos to Ben. Ben was like, man, this whole conversation has been about her
About
and not about
Lauren.
us.
I think
Yeah.
that's when he realized it. He sat back and he kind of squinted his eyes,
Right.
and that's when he
You
was
could
like,
see
I'm gonna
the
cut her.
moment in
Yeah.
his eyes when he like something,
guys,
the light bulb turned on, and he's like, "Wait a minute."
For our podcast, we call my mom every episode. And so we call her. She's a reality show fan.
Yeah.
Let's
call her up?
Yeah.
Do you call it like, is
trying
it a
to-
lifeline?
No, it's just
type of
that
deal?
she's the type of person who she like repeatedly votes for many people on American Idol. It's a very easy way to explain her. She watches American Idol and she votes for all of the contestants. Oh, sorry, I gotta get. She's probably calling Mark Maron's podcast. Hold on. Let's call her.
So if she's watching American Idol, she gives everyone 1 vote, but if she likes Sanjaya, she gives him 5 votes.
Correct. Yeah.
Gotcha.
My phone is terrible.
Gotcha. If you guys are wondering
She
what's
stays
going
up
on,
pretty late.
we have
I'm on
a
it.
co-podcast happening right now between our podcast and our friends Jensen and Melissa. So one of your bits is you call your mom. We're gonna call your mom right now. and
Yeah,
talk to
if
her.
I can get service, I might not be able to get service in here, guys. That would be a real downfall.
Okay, good. I never thought I'd have to use this line, but give me your mom's number.
Here you are. Here you are. This is it. I'd rather
Okay.
not say it over the air.
Yeah.
A lot of
That's
side braids in full effect tonight on the show.
I'm
I know. I saw
I'm
it.
gonna-
Okay,
I'm gonna
hold on.
have so
I
many
think I got it.
emoji
I got it.
conversations.
This is my mom.
All
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
She's like,
We'll make it. We'll make it fast.
me at this hour.
No,
Hello.
Hey, Ma, how are you?
Hey.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We are co-branded this week, so you're not only on our podcast, you're also on AFTERBUZZ TV. It's sort of a televised podcast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're big time, Mom. I forgot to tell you, you're rep by CAA now. So a couple things that I wanted to ask you. First is, did you find what Leah did about snitching, did you find that to be an issue? Like, did you think that was an okay thing to do, or did you think she's wrong for what she did?
Absolutely. She's horrible.
Tell me why.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah, tell me why, Mom.
That's what little girls do in junior high school.
Oh, snap.
So you don't think there's ever a time that any girl should like call out another girl in front of the Bachelor?
No, because you know what?
What if
Let
your mom
him
said
find out
snitches get
himself.
stitches?
What is
But
it?
I tell you what I would have done when, who was it that left before Yay, Olivia? The kindergarten teacher.
Wait, what?
Morning.
Oh, yeah.
When she left, I would have said, oh, FYI, I just want you to know that Laura B isn't as bad as Leah is saying. That's
Yeah,
all.
but Ma, on the way out though is kind of bitter too. I don't think that works either.
Well, she had nothing to win or lose, did she?
No, not really.
No, so that's why I think it would have had more meaning to him.
Well,
I mean,
well, we're gonna make it quick because we're running late tonight. I just want to know, do you have any new favorites?
yes, I do. JoJo and Becca, I like very much.
Okay.
They seem to be besties, by the way. Have you picked up on that?
They seem close friends, Mom.
Oh, well, you know what's funny is the girls that are remaining, they don't trash each other. I feel like they have more of an allegiance to each other, and it's kind of nice. I just called it. I called it.
What'd you call?
When he took Olivia to the side, I said, no, he's not giving it to her.
See?
So I could have wrote this. I could have wrote it tonight. Thank you very much.
Well, don't worry, Mom. A lot of people wrote it. Okay, so
does she not think that there's any villain left?
Thank you for the credit.
wait, you don't think? No, I meant like a lot of people actually wrote it. That's the job of the producers. Wait, what did you say?
So no villain left. Everybody's
villain.
going to be.
They will villainize someone.
Someone.
Who?
Someone.
And I want to know who
does
she
she
thinks.
think?
Mom, who do you think becomes the new villain?
The new villain?
Yeah, because there has to be a villain. That's the way the show works.
Someone
I
becomes
think
the villain.
it's going to.
Why?
Oh.
Oh, because she got the two dates alone.
Yes, and she's
Right.
very, very. She had a meltdown.
Oh, Melissa's getting defensive.
Yeah, well,
She's supposed to be the next Bachelorette. I don't know. I just made that up.
Melissa thinks she's the next Bachelorette.
Really?
Can I tell you who I think is the new villain?
Yeah.
The twin.
Ooh, Emily?
Yeah.
Think it's Emily?
In time.
She's
In
slept
time.
in
Professional
the same
twin.
bed with her twin.
She did sleep in the same
She's
bed as her
so
twin, which should be
innocent.
enough to be a villain, in my opinion. All right, Mom. We'll call you later.
Okay.
Thanks
well,
for checking
who
in.
do you think is going to? Who you think is going to be lasting though?
I like JoJo too,
I think Lauren
Oh,
B.
good.
and Laura B. Also.
Anyone else?
Amanda.
Amanda, we like them all, Mom. There's no bad people now.
Oh, I know there isn't. Okay. Well, then I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
All right,
Thank
Mom.
you.
Bye.
Bye, Mom. My
Okay,
mom.
That's the first call-in I've ever
My mom
been a
made
part
out
of.
with Jim Morrison.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Claim to fame. My
She said he smelled like tires.
That's the best thing to smell like. Okay, so
It's a detail.
are we done with the group date? Any other thoughts on the group date? I mean, we have the group date rose goes to Amanda, which I loved. I was a little bit surprised. I thought maybe after him and Lauren B, if I
Yeah, I
talk.
was expecting Lauren B. too.
I was expecting
but
Lauren B, but it goes to Amanda.
She's
Yeah.
got kids.
She's
Now,
got kids.
he's putting Lauren B through the purifier's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She has a lot of tears from her tonight. Never seen.
she cracked.
Oh yeah, the pressure.
Okay, so let's move on. 2-on-1 date.
Yep.
Okay, 2-on-1 date.
Emily and Olivia.
Emily and Olivia. We thought. Who said? One of you guys said this. We thought we were maybe gonna have the Ashley I
Kelsey.
and Kelsey where they're in the desert and they left
Leave
them
them alone.
That was one of the greatest episodes of Bachelor.
Bachelor history.
I actually think it might be the best shot in Bachelor history.
Yeah, if you guys remember,
The desert or this
Chris
one?
The
Soules
desert.
leaves
The
them
desert.
both in the desert and
In the
leaves on the
bed.
chopper in the bed.
They're
Two separate
back to
sides.
back.
Two separate sides.
Two separate sides. Yeah, that was just
away.
unbelievable shot.
The
Yeah.
helicopter leaves. The dust is flying everywhere.
So
like,
do you
their
think they
arms
were
are
trying to
folded.
recreate this with the island? Is that what you guys think? I think you said that,
so.
Melissa.
Yeah.
They kind of made it a different way, which is that one of the girls was alone and they took the other one. But that sort of over the shoulder leave you on an
do you
island.
You
remember-
saw them.
Yeah.
Caitlin left Cupcake, the dentist,
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the cliff
Yeah,
in
Yeah.
Ireland,
That's true.
And they hinted that he wanted to jump.
and they hinted that he wanted to jump.
And he had those really
And the-
slick shoes on.
Yeah.
And the producer had to step in.
Remember the producer's like, come back here? Like, do you remember that?
Because he was
No, I
crying.
remember that.
He's like, everything, my life's terrible. I hate everything. He kind of got really close to the cliff, and the producer's like, can you step back, please?
Yeah. We want you
got
close,
dark.
but not that close.
It got
real dark.
Real dark, real fast.
Whoa.
This was a weird day for me. Like, there wasn't a lot that happened. It was so windy. Everybody looked awkward. They looked uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Even Ben, like, they cheers, they sit down, and then it was a minute of silence.
Yeah, well, they set it up like today's gonna be, and Ben's one-liners. Today's gonna be.
What do you say? What a day!
What a
What a
day!
day.
said
You
that
said it
twice.
twice.
Let's all do it
Yeah.
together.
What a day. What a day.
Jeez.
Sounds just as bad when we do it.
Yeah, it was weird. Private island, no conversation. There wasn't much substance.
No.
I felt bad for. I will say I did feel bad for Olivia.
Yeah.
The moment her smile went from across her face to downtrodden,
Well, here's a question.
she thought she was
Please.
getting the rose.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Like,
What he did.
as much as we dislike Olivia, I think somewhere in her brain, she is either A, trying to just manipulate the situation, or B, I kind of felt like she genuinely felt like this was her thing with Ben.
Yeah.
Like she felt we actually are progressing in a relationship.
Yeah.
She said
Did
that.
you
She
guys
said
feel that way?
we're writing a beautiful love story. She
She
said those
told
words.
Ben she was in love with him.
Yeah.
So that wasn't just lip service. You actually think those were her real feelings as
I
well?
think so.
Yeah, the guy who tried to shoot Ronald Reagan thought he was dating Jodie Foster. You know what I mean? Like, crazy people
Yeah,
think
it's
crazy
these
things.
things.
Like, that's it. Like, that she believes
Crazy
that.
do
I mean,
crazy.
she started off by saying, "This is my first almost date with the man I'm going to marry." How
Yeah.
weird is that sentence? Like,
But
That was very
Yeah.
bizarre.
that's a fantasy.
you've been so you've been on the show, so this is something we can ask you. Is it because summer camp, right? We always compare the show to summer
Oh yeah,
camp.
Yeah,
that's
okay,
best.
great.
Which is like when you first get there, you're like, my friends at home are like, I miss them so much.
Right.
And you're like, but then like 2 months in, you're like, I never want to leave camp. These are all my best friends forever.
Yeah.
Is there a bit of it that like you start to drink the Kool-Aid? Like when you go in, you're a very normal person. Like we watch a show and we're like, he seems too normal for the show. Like we both felt it when you were on.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, even the normal people, do you say,
Start to look crazy.
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, no, totally.
So you feel like no matter what situation you're put in those things, you're always going to look a little nuts because it's a quick love story.
I think we're all a product to a degree of our environment, right? And like they seclude you from everything.
Yeah, you don't have cell phones.
You don't have
or
cell phones,
you
your
can't watch
family,
TV,
nothing,
right?
nothing.
Our pets' heads are falling
You
off.
talk to the producers if you're not talking to her, and if you're not talking to the producers, you're talking to a.
and then you're talking to
foreign-
yourself.
Yeah, and then you're talking to yourself.
You're inner monologuing the whole
I'm
time.
Or
still
if you're on
do-
Bachelor in Paradise, you're talking to an animal, which
Yes,
is a very, very common joke. Yeah.
I still do ITMs by myself at my house.
Just
Those
to
are
the
in the
camera.
moments.
Just
Yeah,
to the
you can
camera.
catch those now on Snapchat.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
Brooks.
Did you
something.
sleep in your makeup as well in case
Yeah,
you got
let's
woken
talk
up
about
at
that.
4 in the
Because
morning?
Kayla, did Kayla get tipped off or does she sleep in her makeup?
Well, she
She knew her
had
day was
the one
coming,
on-
so she
knew her
should
day
always
was coming.
you should always
You should
sleep
always
in your-
prepare.
Yep.
I did appreciate that about
Just keep
Lauren
putting it out.
Lauren H. I thought that was actually her funniest moment on the show.
When she had
Yeah,
the retainer.
me
She had the
too.
retainer
Yeah.
in the hallway, and she was like,
Yeah.
"You were like this."
That was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I laughed out
That's
loud.
funny.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thought it was cool.
Okay, so let's talk about this part. I want to talk about this
Yeah.
issue. Was that dirty of Ben to carry the rose?
Yes.
Fantasy
Yeah.
stats.
And by Ben
Guru-
you mean the producer,
The
but yes,
producers
yes,
made
yes.
it.
Well, Fantasy Stats Guru just put up. He goes, if he didn't take the rose with him, she would have known right away, and then it's less drama. So I get
True.
that. So you got to take the rose with you. But that shot of him like, come walk all the way down the beach with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I leave, I'm going to crumple up this rose and let the petals wash up onto the shore where you will be standing alone
It was
in
all-
a pool of
While he's
stagnant
off on
water.
his speedboat with his new girl.
Going, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Popping
yeah.
champagne.
Yeah, they're like
on.
dropping it on themselves. I would say that as much as I didn't like Olivia and I thought she was a villain, I thought that it seemed a little over the top,
Really?
a little bit.
For Ben.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little bit
It was
mean.
a little
I thought it was a little mean.
Okay, so when Ben came back, I thought he was gonna let Emily go as well. I
Me
didn't
too.
think any-
Well, that
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
I felt
yeah.
like that was a producer foreshadow.
Right?
They wanted you to think he was going to do the leave him alone again.
and he jumped straight in. There was no like, so can I give you this rose?
Yeah.
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 Like there was no.
He said,
more
"I don't want to
talking.
end this journey
Yeah,
with
I
you."
don't
It
wanna
was
end this journey.
cold and windy. He wanted to get out of
Yeah, he wanted
I
out.
don't think none of them wanted to be there.
No.
Didn't
Well-
Olivia say something like it was warmer in the water than it was outside?
Yeah, that was before
That
she got
seemed
done.
like it lasted
awful.
I bet you
20
the
minutes.
producers called
Yeah.
that place Breakup Island.
Yeah.
Like the whole
What did you
couple
say?
of days
Can
going
I
up
at least
to
get
it.
a volleyball? And then we both go, Wilson!
It wasn't. I don't know. Again, I thought it was too much karma.
Olivia's
yeah.
still there on that island.
Yeah, she
With
lives
the
there.
pigs.
She lives there now.
But
Okay.
that also, sorry, we also wanted to comment about this, that that's how the show goes. Like happy, sad, and it's so fast. It's really weird. And I really didn't cue into it tonight when the rose ceremony. When everyone was sad because someone had left, and then all of a sudden we're going to the Bahamas. Like happy, smiling.
Yeah.
So then Ben cuts the cocktail party. No surprise. I think you said
it's a trope.
It happens once. It's a trope
Every season.
There's that word again.
Happens every season.
Yeah, what is that? Is that a real trope? Is that a thing that I should know?
That's what I just explained. Yeah.
So before we get to the rose ceremony, somebody wants to know, Brooks.
Yeah.
If the rose ceremonies last till the early morning, how is it that not every woman or man gets to talk to the bachelor or bachelorette during the ceremony? I want to know.
Because you're just standing there.
So you stand there for 2 hours.
But those people, no. Because here's the thing: they're asking the overall cocktail party ceremony. That's not long. What is long is the rose ceremony.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
they're
in the
rose
rose
ceremony is
what
longer than
that
the
means.
cocktail party?
Yes.
the rose ceremony is like
Yes.
hours.
Are you serious?
And the cocktail party is like an hour.
You have to
and then it's like
stand?
so the cocktail
Why?
party would go from say like 9 to 10, maybe 10:30.
Right.
And then that's when the rose ceremony starts. In the beginning, because there's a lot of people, it'll go till like 4 or 5 in the
What
morning.
takes so long?
You just
Reaction
You
shots.
stepped on the lead. 4 or 5 in the morning. He said.
4 or 5 in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah. Sometimes in the early episodes, you'll notice that it's light outside.
Right, yeah.
When they're coming
That's the
outside.
sun
yeah.
coming
That's
out.
the sun
Yep.
coming
We've
out the
noticed
next
that.
day.
I've
Yeah.
noticed that.
Yeah.
So that's how you get people so emotional too. Is that when it's 4 a.m. and you're not sleeping, you're
like,
gonna cry.
Dear
Well,
God,
and
get me out of
they
here.
also screw with your cycles. They don't let you go to bed at the same time. They get you up early. They'll, for no apparent reason, they don't let you work out at the gym, so you emotionally stay charged.
It's like a prison.
Yeah, it's like
It's
a
a
little
love
emotional,
prison
it's a little
summer camp.
emotional
Yeah.
wind up.
Okay, so we have the rose ceremony. We have Becca, JoJo, Lauren B. Olivia already has a rose. Kayla already has a rose.
We haven't seen a lot from Becca, period.
And
I'm surprised that
everyone
she's
is
still this
blowing up the chat
long.
roll, saying she's not interesting. She can't carry a show.
Becca.
They're saying this about
Yeah,
Becca,
she
even
wouldn't
though
be
we
the
didn't see
Bachelorette.
anything about. You don't think she could be the Bachelorette?
No.
No,
Out of the
Becca,
ones,
no.
out of the remaining 6,
I like her, but
You think it's Kayla? Who do you think could be the Bachelorette?
I don't think we have a bachelorette.
What you think it's an outsider?
I think it's an outsider or a pre-season.
Really? We haven't had that. Hasn't happened in a while.
Preseason
What
has.
if-
right?
Historian, please tell us when the last time
What
that
if it's
happened.
Brit?
Earlier season.
I have a
could see
theory
that.
why.
I love Brit.
I have
do
a
like
theory to
Brit.
back you up, by the way.
That is not in this season.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
It's not a spoiler.
No, we do not know
No,
spoilers.
don't
it's
know
just a theory.
Yeah.
They're all too young, because what are they going to get?
I also agree.
21-year-old
That's
guys?
true.
I also agree.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. What about Jujubee? How old was she?
Jujubee was 26
7.
or
See, I feel like she
27.
was a
She was
little-
older than Ben, yeah.
But I think that I listen. We were the biggest Jujubee fans in all of the world. I don't think she'd make a good bachelorette. She showed some real ups and downs. That
Are you guys
that
going to make a Jujubee pin?
we're looking into making it. Well, we gave you guys
Let's
gifts.
get some
Do you wanna
content.
Do you have your bag or is it in the other room?
It's over there.
While you guys are
Give us-
doing this,
okay,
I will
go
say
ahead.
this though. I love Becca. I would love to see. I know Becca. I would love to see Becca as the Bachelorette, but I don't know if she could carry the show either.
Actually, she could probably carry the show just as well as Ben.
I mean, Ben
probably.
started high. Ben's dipped a little for me. It's like things like "What a Day."
Right. I also
What
think
a
but he also I
day.
think is getting fatigued.
Yeah.
He's looking fatigued.
emotionally
Yeah,
fatigued.
that's what I feel.
Yeah,
I'm still a Ben fan.
I feel like
see.
he's a genuinely a good guy.
Yeah, I like
You
Ben.
know, because
Yeah.
of that.
we have
Agreed.
stood by Ben.
I like
Is it-
that he sent Leah home, like
Yeah.
when she came to.
Yeah, boom.
Wait, so before we get to
Kind of
the
the Caitlyn-
pins,
Caitlyn
so
did that.
basically in
Remember,
the
she just
preview
take
for
them
next
home.
week, we see Lauren H goes home. No surprise there, right?
Yep. No.
Lauren H goes home. So in the preview, we see Ben Higgins crying next week.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yep.
We see Amanda's kids, huge tell.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Is it a tell though?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You're not
It's
gonna
not
introduce your
because
kids if she's not one of the front.
they've brought him in early. Juan
I know,
Pablo
but-
did it. I'm telling you, they bring in kids early nowadays because it
think
helps
she's
the
with
fine
story.
somebody's
too.
family.
Oh, I don't think she's final 2 when you see the kids. She might be final 2 eventually, but she's not final 2 when the kids come in. It's earlier than that.
So you
Really?
think as close as next episode? As soon as
No.
It's not the final 2. It's
Yeah.
earlier than that. Juan Pablo showed his kids
Yeah,
to
I
a girl
think
after like 3 episodes, 4 episodes. He brought, remember, he snuck her into the house or whatever.
That's crazy to me. Okay, so we see Amanda's kids. We see 2 girls telling they love him. So much love happening this week.
Lot of
A
love.
lot of love.
Lots of love. And then on the flip side, we see Ben say that he tells 2 girls that he loves them.
Yeah.
Which is
That doesn't
unusual.
happen.
No.
Those are all previews for next week.
Sometimes they don't even say I love you until
Yeah.
the final,
Yeah.
because then it's a tell that he's going to give him the ring.
Yeah, and then he does the like. I think they set it up to be kind of like a red herring in the sense that maybe there is somebody that he sends home that he pulls a
he pulls out his
Mesnick
phone.
and does the like I sent the wrong girl home.
I saw that.
He pulls out a phone.
Could happen.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this
100%.
person out of the chat roll because they're a jerk and saying really rude stuff about everybody, including Kathy and Becca, and I don't like them. So I'm gonna take care of this.
Yeah, screw you, pal.
See ya.
That was my mom. That was my mom. She's furious that we were only on with her for a couple seconds today.
We totally forgot about the pins. Tell me about the
we
pins,
get them
by the way.
we got you guys pins. So Melissa and I have a weird pin company. It's very obscure references that we make into enamel pins. I'm wearing Dave Chappelle as Prince with pancakes.
Oh, no way.
But we brought you guys these. It's pattylapel.com. It's a pun for a name, PATTILAPEL.com. We brought you guys The Rock in a fanny pack.
Oh, yes.
Which is the meme. It's just the meme of him from the 80s and late
that
80s.
shot when he has the fanny
Of
pack
him wearing
on.
a fanny pack. So we got you guys that. That's pattylapel.com.
Dude, these are so cool.
This
You
for
have
my
a
friends. This is
a
the Rocco fanny
McDonald's
pack,
like
live on the
Ronald.
show.
Those are
Ronald McDonald
vintage.
one.
Those are ones we find that are vintage. We make the ones that are much more obscure and
So
strange.
cool.
Oh,
Thank
really?
you.
So those are somebody else's.
Those are like actual McDonald's pins from the 80s. Yeah, they're all at our website.
So do you call those dead stock? Is that the
Those are
term
dead
for it?
stock.
Boom.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Cassio, for teaching me a word.
The pins, by the way. People are
Patty
like, I
Lapel.
want the pin.
Pattylapel.com.
I'm gonna.
Pattylapel.com.
Dang, I
Can
wish I
we
could get closer.
can we bring our tradition to you guys really quick?
Yes,
yes.
So at the end of every episode, Melissa and I have become obsessed with the idea that ABC made 2 puns based on Ben's name, not just 1 but 2, thinking that it went so well they did it again. They did It's Raining Ben, and they also did Perfect Ben
Pen.
instead of Perfect Ben.
Yeah.
So every episode we try our hardest to come up with a catchphrase that can play with
yeah.
them, and then Twitter votes on who the winner is.
Okay, I love this.
Melissa's up on me right now by about 2 episodes. She's on beating me. There's
Yeah,
no-
what was the one that you didn't get the vote for, and I thought it was hilarious?
Okay.
I think I tweeted
Bend
you out.
over.
Bend
Yeah,
over.
bend over. It's not a good one. So here we go. So I have mine.
that's
I have mine. I mean, it's okay. Melissa, do you have one for this week?
Yeah, I didn't think.
I gotta think about it.
All right,
for a
I'll go
second.
first. Mine is for the week of Fantasy Suites.
Okay.
It's right before Fantasy Suites, and they go, get ready for Beneration Sex instead of Generation X.
Oh my. No.
That's it.
It's better than
That's it.
it's better than something.
I'll take the sound. I'll take the sound effect. I'll allow it. That's mine.
Okay.
Okay.
We
Anyone
got one
else?
up.
Anyone
Anybody
else? Chat roll.
Someone's got to go.
We need to
Help us out.
You guys, it can't be one person. Someone has to go.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
put us on the spot.
This is your tradition.
Gosh. Oh no.
I thought you had one.
I did and I forgot it.
All
this
right.
happens every episode. I have.
Okay,
one
hold
and
on. I
forget.
got it. It's this is gonna be the winner. I'm just telling you
Please.
guys.
Yeah.
It's the final episode.
Yep.
We see one girl go home.
You're doing great right now. You're doing great.
We see Ben and this new girl.
Yep.
My prediction, JoJo.
Yep.
Oh.
And it cuts to Ben. One more time, he looks at the camera and he goes, "We are now beneficial."
Ooh.
Thank you very much.
I'm not mad at you.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
See?
I got one for
Look,
you.
now it's catching on. Now everyone's ready.
I've got one.
Okay.
So, Ben again is like fantasy suites.
Ben again?
Ben again.
This is a double pun?
Yeah.
Ben is feeling a little stressed out.
Okay.
Someone learns the juju lesson. Is like, oh, I'm gonna give this guy a little bit of massage. Give him
Oof,
some.
good
You know,
one,
I'm
good
gonna
one.
get, and she's gonna go. I'm just gonna get some Ben Gay, and he's like, what? And she's like, for how long?
I don't hate it. I like it. I like it.
All right, all
Is
right.
Ben gay for how long? I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Melissa.
Okay, so it's the final episode, and he's picked the winner, who's Lauren B.
Great.
And
Okay.
he starts singing to her, and he goes, "Girl, we've come to the bend of the road."
You know what? Pretty good.
it's pretty
I
good.
know I'm losing this week.
Yeah,
three
Bend of the Road,
three
that's
very
pretty-
good possible contenders. I appreciate
Okay,
you
so after this episode, you think the winner is Lauren B?
Yeah, because intellectual things are my jam.
That's what she
They're my
said.
jelly.
Jensen, who's your winner after this episode?
I have JoJo.
You have JoJo. Brooks?
Wait, what?
Huh?
Who do you think the winner
Who's
is?
your winner after this episode? Who is your prediction for the winner?
Lauren B.
And I said JoJo. We
That's
get 2
it.
Lauren B's and 2
Two
JoJos.
Lauren B's, 2 JoJo's.
That's it, guys.
House divided.
You guys
Yeah.
want to wrestle?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how every AfterBuzz ends. Everyone wrestles.
And then we all wrestle. Bye, guys. Hey, in the meantime, thank you guys for joining
Oh
us
my
here
God,
at
thank you.
AfterBuzz
Yeah,
TV.
thanks
This
for
was
joining us.
a fun dual podcast.
Yeah.
Let's do
Where
this
where
again.
do we find each other?
I'm at Jensen Clan 88 with a C, and then there's jensenkarp.com. It's JensenKarp.com.
Awesome.
And I'm Melissa Stetten. That's Stetten.
And I'm Brooks Forster. You can find me at Brooks Forster on Twitter and Brooks A Forster on Instagram and all the other stuff that you want to social media me at?
You can find me on everything at Danny Hoyt or on Snapchat at Danny Hoyt with a 47 at the end of that.
Was that your baseball number?
It's been my. I wake up at I still wake up at 47 in the morning, like 5:47, 6:47. It's been my thing.
That's creepy.
It's my real number.
And then also our podcast is called The Most Dramatic Podcast in Bachelor History. You could look for it on iTunes.
Yeah, and SoundCloud.
Yeah.
We got your back.
Yep. Thank you.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
What a day.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.